Yesterday we started looking at how to keep from being worried and giving into anxiety and being torn apart from the uncertainty of the world and the times that we're living in. And we looked in Philippians chapter 4, and it tells us that to be anxious for nothing, but in everything with prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And when we do this, the peace of God will flow in our hearts. And so let's look at these 3 steps. It says, first of all, in everything by prayer, supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. The first thing it says is prayer, but notice it says prayer before it talks about supplication and letting our requests be known. A lot of people think of prayer as just telling God what I want from Him or what I want Him to do. And this idea of prayer is very damaging to what the Bible is really teaching us. See, prayer cannot be understood apart from a relationship with God. Any relationship has at its core communication. And the key to prayer is understanding that prayer is my primary communication with God. Think about my relationship with my wife. Think about if the only time I ever talked to my wife was when I wanted something from her, wanted her to do something. So throughout the day, I never listened to her. I never let her talk to me. I never said hello or good morning or I love you. The only time I talked to her was when I wanted something. That would not go very well. Yes, there's a place for sharing our requests and our needs, but that's only one small part in the framework of a healthy relationship. I talk about my wife a lot of different ways, a lot of different things. Sometimes I share with her my dreams and my hopes. Sometimes I just talk about my day. Sometimes I listen to her talk about her concerns and her needs and her day. And yes, sometimes I ask her to do things or ask for something from her, but it's always in a context of a relationship. And so many people, the only time they talk to God is when they want something or need something. And when you only talk to someone when you want them to do something, that relationship is that of a servant or a slave. And a lot of people miss out on the joy of a relationship with God because they've embraced an idea of God as being there to serve them, not someone that's come alongside them to love and to care for. To me, the best understanding of prayer is in Psalm 46 when the psalmist writes, "Be still and know that I am God." Be still, calm yourself, not just stilling your body, but stilling your mind from the worries and the anxieties and the cares that are there. And recognizing that He is God. He is the one that is on the throne of heaven. He is the one that is in control. And so I just challenge you today and encourage you in the midst of our uncertain times that in the midst of all the news, all the negative, all the fear, all the uncertainty, why don't you take a moment today just to remind yourself that He is God, that He is still in control. I love what Tozer wrote. He said, while it looks like things are out of control, behind the scenes there is a God who has not surrendered His authority.